Welcome to the 19th hole. This is our very first golf course in Tasmania.
Yeah, Seabrook.
Seabrook Golf Course. A little 16-hole golf course with a couple of extras you can play to round out your 18.
Yeah, they lost a couple of holes with building. I think they sold them off for land.
Yeah.
Get some extra money back into the club maybe.
What are your thoughts of the round today?
I played exceptionally well with the driver.
You did. You hit some bombs.
My wedges weren't that crashed up, especially after I put my glasses on. Once I put my glasses on, yeah, I was
You think that'll help you?
Well, it didn't. No, I went downhill. So, but no, look, it's mate, this course it's a nice course.
Yeah.
I don't know much about it. When I was looking for courses in Tassie, I wasn't really thinking that it was this far from Launceston.
Yep.
But I saw a course right on Bass Strait. Like the ocean's like literally right there. There's a road in between, but I thought, yeah, we've got to do that. You know, I love the ocean, as everyone knows.
Yep.
So I'm just like, I'm not disappointed. I had an absolute ball. I think the course was great. It was flat, so it made it a lot easier for me to walk around today, which was good. So yeah, no, look, all in all, from my point of view, it was, great course. I thoroughly enjoyed myself here.
Yeah, I mean, it's because it seems like a bit of an older course. I'll overlay some of the holes where we're teeing off, but there was a lot of holes where I was talking to the club pro, where you actually really got to think about your tee shot, because if you go straight, you can run out of fairway, but it's a dog leg to the right, and I kept pulling out the driver, but I really should have actually stopped and thought about it. Like there was one hole where I pulled out the driver, didn't even see, ran through the fairway 280 metres up the thing, I smashed it, and it went into a creek. Yeah,
and that was like I think it's the 15th or the 14th. It's only 260, and I'm like, I'm having a crack. I pulled out the driver and I put it on the green past it. So.
Yep.
Realistically, if you're playing properly, want to play properly, okay, it sounds good having a crack at it, but I probably should try to have a crack with a 3-wood.
Yeah, I mean, that was actually it's sort of in between, like, depending on how far you hit your drives. Like, for you, your drives are 270, 280 for a good one. For a bad one, probably 230, 240. You probably needed a bad one there to help you out.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
I was kind of the opposite of you today. I kept spraying my drivers left and right. I hit a few straight ones.
Your irons are so good.
Yeah, I hit some. I want to show it over the top of this because I want to. It was so close to going in, and it would have been an eagle on. Actually, no, it would have been a birdie. Sorry.
It would have been our first ever chip in from range too.
Pitch in, yeah. It was a fair way out. I think I was measured it to 77 metres out, and it landed 2 metres past, sucked back, and landed about an inch from the hole.
Yeah, no, it was a good shot.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that, and I hit a few more of the irons. So.
Yeah.
I was just complaining the other day that my irons weren't coming out properly, and now my drives aren't, but my irons are, so that's golf, isn't it?
So what's going to happen tomorrow?
I don't know. That's the fun of golf, isn't it? Is you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
No, that's it.
But we did have a signature hole today. What hole was that?
10th.
10th.
Yes.
So.
I had to think now.
Yeah, I know.
Did we?
Well, that was exactly the reason why I asked you, because I couldn't remember myself.
We had a couple of other attempts, but someone kept spraying the ball and.
Well, there was one other attempt.
Let's just say club got thrown. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Check out the signature hole. All right, welcome to our very first signature hole coming at you from Tasmania. Today we're at the Seabrook Golf Course. This is the 10th hole. You can see the beautiful Bass Strait behind us here. And if Joshy turns around, you can see we've got a 460 metre odd par 5. We saw before as we come past, it's got a really wicked fairway with huge slopes left and right. So this tee shot could literally go anywhere. I've gone way left with that one, a long way in. So I've gone left off the tee, but I've left myself with a little window of opportunity here, so I'm going to grab my 3-wood. I've recently reshafted 3-wood, and see if I can get up towards the green. That's come out pretty well. I'm probably about 50 metres short of the green. A little bit of a drop kick, but I'm pretty happy with the result. So I'm about 70 metres out from the hole here. I've got a pin at the front left. I might just aim sort of for the middle right because I don't trust myself hitting it close. I think you just dared me to try and hit the flag. Last hole I missed out by about an inch. best shot, but I'm happy with the result. So I'm using this new tailor-made Tour Response Stripe golf ball, which seems to have really helped my putting. Check out the review, I'll leave a link above. Check out the review of our ball, but let's see if this line can help me get a birdie. I don't believe I've had a birdie when I search a hole yet. I'm not going to get there. Made the line, just didn't hit it. So I'm really happy with that par. It's been a long time since I've parred one of these signature holes. It's a really interesting look, and just over the hill there you've got the ocean, so definitely worth coming down and checking out the Seabrook golf course. Thanks for watching. So that was the signature hole, and I actually parred it, which I'm happy because it's been a while since I parred one of those.
Yeah, the value of editing.
I hit a really good shot into that hole, and I was very happy with the little pitch there.
Yeah, the pitch was a good shot, and everything like that, but yeah, the putting let you down a little bit. But no, you parred it, so it was good. It was really good.
Well, today was actually a bit of a special day because we had two. Well, yes, it's special in that regard. Already. We had two how do you get out of this episode. So the first one, I found myself behind a tree after an errant second shot. So let's have a look at that. Welcome to another how do I get out of this. Sometimes we actually will put the ball in a bad spot to show you guys what we would try and do with that situation. This one's legitimately bad. I hit a terrible shot. I've got really soft, as you can see here, ground underneath. The pin's about probably 80 metres away, maybe 75, 80 metres away. Branches hanging right over my head. So what I would normally do from this range is maybe hit a sand wedge. What I'm going to do is grab my 6-iron out and just try and punch it and get it to roll, maybe land just over the hill there and roll up to the green. You ready? It's rolling, but it's just stopped short of the green. I kind of got the ground a bit heavy then, but that's a really tough shot because you can't go up, you can't have a proper swing at it, and you've got really soft ground. So if you go too gently on it, you're just going to slide under it and go nowhere. So I'm reasonably happy with that result. Thanks for watching. I was actually pretty happy with that result.
It worked out all right, didn't it?
Well, considering it was pretty, like, I don't want to say sandy, but it was really soft ground, so I could easily have just flopped under it and it had just gone a metre in front of me.
Yeah, for sure.
It needed a little bit more oomph and it would have rolled up right up to the hole.
A little bit of disaster.
Yeah, but I was pretty happy with that result.
No,
so.
look, it worked out quite well. Considering, and it was very thick when you hit it. Like it sounded like literally you'd hit nothing but leaves and there was no ball there.
Yeah.
I was on nearly right across the other side of the fairway. I was halfway, 3/4 of the way across it. And I heard from the branches, but I didn't hear any ball noise.
Yep.
And I looked up thinking, what did he miss? And I saw the ball out the corner of my eye going up and bouncing up. And I was like, okay, he's got it. So
what I like about it was that was an organic, like we said in the thing, it was an organic. It just happened to be, that's an interesting spot. I'm going to do how the F did on that one. And then a little bit later on, because Josh and I were in the cart today, so we were driving ahead of you, and so I could see the ball, and I had a look at yours, which was probably a more interesting shot again.
It was yeah, it was one of those holes that you were talking about. A slight dog leg, and I faded it too far. I wanted to aim left-hand side and fade back towards the middle and get it slightly around the corner, and it just went over the tree and literally landed behind a tree. And as you'll see what happens, I don't know how it worked out, but I landed next to the green and parred the hole. This
is probably one of our better, if not best, How the F episodes, so check it out.
Righto, so this is another episode of How the F. We're going to have two this week because, as you can see, I've got myself in a predicament. A little bit of a predicament. I faded the ball off the tee, I've hit a tree. Now, two options. Go the safety over here to the right-hand side and then chip it onto the green. Or do I try and punch it through that drain there that looks, to be honest with you, it looks dry. Do I try and get it just under the tree, through that gap there, and hopefully get it somewhere up near the green? Now, I'm a gambling man, so I'm going to go left. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. This also comes up. This comes up trumps. What?
That's the best ever.
That's just short of the green. So that actually hit this root and shot up through the tree here, and has actually landed on the front edge of the green. That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Fingers fingers crossed that has actually worked, and hopefully Trevor's laughing in the background hasn't ruined that.
I still don't know how.
Well,
How did you do that?
well, I don't know, but the saying is that trees are 90% air, or 70% air, or something stupid like that.
Yeah, but
And it bounced off that stick.
the root. It was a tree root.
It was a tree root. It was perfectly placed. I put it there for deliberately. I played that type of shot so it would hit that, and I didn't want to expect it to actually sky that high. I wanted it to give it that kick, but no. Anyway, no, I.
Like you planned all that. Yeah, certainly
that
planned
was.
it all.
The good thing is, at least we know it would have been a great shot off the back foot. It would have stayed low if it didn't hit the branch.
Well, it was like an inch in front. So I mean, I don't know. Like, who knows where it would have ended up? And it was actually a really fascinating shot to see how like, because you had that where would be the water normally in front of you. I mean, I guess you could have popped it out of that, but that was a really, really difficult shot, and I don't see people get much more lucky than that.
Yeah, no, and like I said, it landed right next to the green. I actually chipped it in for par.
I'll have to show the chip in. Editing Trevor and Damien chip. Show the chip in now.
Yeah, yeah, that was the chip in after it. So like it would just. Look, it just worked out quite well.
Oh, it's always nice when you chip one in too, regardless. But that was one of the funnier ones, and I don't know if you could hear me in the background because I didn't have a microphone on, but I was laughing up a storm after that shot.
It looked funny when it bounced off the root.
It just went up. It was lucky it didn't hit nostrils like on the way up. It went that steeply up.
It did, and I can't still for the life of me can't figure out how it went through two trees.
I noticed some of your beard's gone off too because it's just singed it on the way past.
I wonder what that smell was. No, it was all talent. That's all I'm saying, mate.
So right now we're at Seabrook. We're right on the north, sort of west coast of Tassie.
It's up on that north side, yeah.
Yeah. So we actually had a late start today because Josh and I. So Damien came down in the boat yesterday with the car. Josh and I flew down. We were supposed to be last night, and thanks to Jetstar, our flight was cancelled. I'm never flying Jetstar again. And I'm sorry if you're watching this Jetstar, but
you have said this before, and you keep sometimes do.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. Like Virgin didn't have the flight, or Qantas didn't. Well, Virgin was a bit pricier. Qantas was a lot pricier, but they didn't have the flights that got us down here at that time that we wanted anyway.
Well, as it turned out, neither did Jetstar.
No one did.
Because the flight was cancelled, and they put us. I say they put us up at the Park Royal. I went to the Park Royal and paid for it and sent them the bill. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
And we flew down this morning, so we had a mad dash out here. So we've had a mad dash. We ran out here. I haven't even been able to get changed yet, so I'm looking forward to doing that. I've had an awesome time.
I will admit, I had a shower this morning, but I'm looking forward to one tonight. And the ocean's there though, so I don't know if I want to shower or just go for a dip. I really don't know yet.
But now we've got the 3-hour drive down to Ratho Farms, where we're playing tomorrow. And that, for you guys, that'll be next week's videos.
And now you want to watch that one. That is something special, that course, and we'll explain why in that night, in that episode, and in that week. You'll understand why.
Yeah,
but
it's going to be great.
That's one of the best courses. It's going to be a very special course.
And we're staying on the farm, or just near the farm. Sorry, we're staying at a B&B, and then we're going to thanks to the owners of the farm, and then we're going to head out there and give that a crack.
Yep.
And our Tasmanian journey shall continue. And whilst we've been doing that, and Josh has been in the background there doing some bit of videoing, sneaky videoing, we're actually putting together a documentary, an hour or so long documentary. As you mentioned last week, if you haven't seen it's talking about last week.
Is it a documentary or a mockumentary?
I don't know, some sort of shit-umentary, but
it's not going to be quality.
It's going to be a bunch of footage that we've cobbled together to make some sort of storyline. Yeah. Now there will be a storyline too with the scores as well and how we went.
So we're going to have a challenge. We'll get more into that as the weeks that goes along. But there is a challenge that we have set ourselves, a competition that we have set ourselves up to win.
I'm disappointed too because I'm
well in the lead.
I generally win a lot of rounds of golf between us, and you won today, so that's another great start.
And I chipped one in.
Chipped one in, and I lost the ball in the water. So I feel like. Well, a little bit on the back foot, but I've got 4 more rounds of golf to catch up.
And I honestly reckon the one in the water should be minus 1,000 points.
Oh, yeah, well, let's save that for the documentary and they can debate it than that.
Wow, that's all right. But anyway, get on Team H. You'll win. I'll look after you.
Well, you can go on Team H, but just know that the prizes all come from Team Trevor. So if you want to win prizes, maybe you want to go over to this side of the fence and support this guy, because if you like to win the prizes that we give away.
Yes, and just to the people that are asking, no, they do not sponsor us. I just needed a coffee after that round.
It doesn't matter. It says Genesis on that side. It doesn't say GMHBO.
Yeah, no, but same thing.
I used to work for them.
No, been coming down here, we thought it'd be a great idea to bring the barbecue down, like while we're travelling, if we just want to stop and we can pull over and have a coffee or tea, whatever we want. So
yeah, it's fantastic. Awesome idea. I've been desperate for a drink all day, so thank you very much for that.
And I was hungry, but having this and some salt vinegar chips is time over for tea.
We've got a 3-hour drive ahead of us, so we'll get something on the way on the way down there. Thank you very much for watching. We've had an awesome time here, and we're just getting started, so we can't wait for the next episode.
Catch ya.
See you next time.
Blip, blip, blip.